Welcome to your Pilates mat class. I'm Meg, and I will be teaching some of the Pilates mat along with Hillary and Katie. So we have a pretty full studio here today, and they are going to kick butt with us, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. And so what I'd like for you to do is you're gonna lay yourself down, and you're gonna reach your arms over your head. I want you to do a big stretch. You're gonna reach through your toes, reach through your fingertips. Good, if you have a yawn, you need to get out, this is a good time to do it. Beautiful, and then you're gonna take a slight bent knee, you're gonna bring your heels down, press them into the floor. We're gonna take our hands up and over our head. You're gonna pull your ribcage down towards your pelvis to lift yourself up to sit. And then we're gonna roll ourselves back down. As we keep our hands here, I want you to imagine that you have a box in your hand and it's very fragile. And so you're pressing really hard so you don't drop the box. Good. Back down. Reaching up through your fingertips, digging into your heels, pressing your belly button to your spine as you lift yourself up. Bring your shoulders back and then tuck and roll back down. Good, and again. Beautiful. Last one, we're gonna roll, reach up and over, and then we're gonna tuck and lift yourself up to sit. Beautiful. So we're gonna take it to the side now, and you're gonna roll down that oblique, still keeping the arms nice and strong. Bring it up to your center and roll back up. Over to the side, whichever side you like. We're going to the same side. Back to your center. Roll back up. This might be a little bit difficult. You're gonna wanna use your legs to help pick you up. What I'd like to challenge you with is to just use your core to lift yourself up. And that'll take time, and that's okay. Good. And roll back down. We got two more like this. Getting the body warmed up, getting the core warmed up. Last one. Tuck and roll. Good, we'll come up to the center, we'll come back. This time we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna roll ourselves down that oblique, lift, take the heels, shoulders back to the other side. Good, coming up, turning, rolling down that oblique, still pressing your box. What's in the box? Does anyone know what that's from?
Ludicrous.
No. I mean, it might be, but it's from Seven, Brad Pitt. Don't watch it.
Oh, we've seen that.
That's not something that we should be watching in a time like this.
One.
Good, last one. Over to the side and we'll roll ourselves down. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take the hands behind the head here. Bring your knees in just a little bit higher or closer to your glutes. All right, one of the things that we are super passionate about here at the studio is protecting our backs. Well, I guess all of Pilates is passionate about that. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to activate the core and releasing the back when we do our exercises, when we do our core exercises. So what we're gonna do is I want you to feel your rib cage, and I want you to press it down towards your pelvis, and I want you to feel your core engage here. And then we're gonna take the pelvis and I want you to pull it back up towards the rib cage, and you should feel a nice, strong core here. Maybe you got a six-pack, maybe you don't. It's okay, I don't either, I like pizza. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the hands back behind the head, we're gonna keep that core strong. We're gonna inhale, exhale, you're gonna pull that rib cage down a little bit higher, you're gonna lift your shoulders up off the mat, and then we're gonna come back down. Exhale up, and back down. Good, up for 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. You have an option to stay up here or you can drop your head. We're gonna take the right foot, you're gonna reach it, tap down, and lift. So you're reaching through your toe with a bent knee and you're pulling that pelvis back up towards your rib cage. Good for 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we'll drop it down. We're gonna go to the other side. So you're gonna take that left foot up, you're gonna bring your shoulders up even higher, tap down and lift. Pressing that pelvis back up towards your rib cage. Good for 3, 4, check your rib cage, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, we're gonna go back to the other side. This time you're gonna take your knee in towards your chest and you're gonna extend it out. In and extend. Good for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, we'll bring it back down. We're gonna go to the other side, left leg, pull it in and extend. 2, 3, excuse my popping hip, I'm working on my hip flexors. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, we'll bring it back down. This time we're gonna take a straight leg and then we're gonna take another straight leg. This time we're going to flex. You're gonna bring it down. This is where it's gonna wanna go into your back. So we're gonna point through the toes and bring it right back up once you start feeling it there. Drawing that rib cage down, pointing, lifting through your pelvis. Good, and again. Again, you can put your head down if that feels good for you. Good for 4, and lift. Down, and lift. Good. 6, 7, and 8. Good. All right, we'll bring the knees into the chest. And we still got a little bit to go, so we're gonna dig those heels back into the floor. You're gonna take your hands again behind your head. A little trick, if you are feeling a lot of tension in your neck, if you press your head into your hands versus your hands into your head, it should release the pressure. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the left elbow, you're gonna press it down into the floor. The right elbow is gonna come up, you're gonna look over your shoulder, and we're gonna come back to your center. As you lift, we're gonna exhale and roll back down. And we'll come up and back down. I want you to imagine that your core is a wet rag and you're trying to bring out all the water. Good, we'll go up for 6, 7, 8, beautiful. We're gonna take the left knee up to tabletop. You're gonna reach right elbow to left knee and extend. Reach and extend, good. 3, still looking over your shoulder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna take a straight leg, so we're gonna keep going for 1. Good, pointing through your toe. Exhale up. Good, up for 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, we're gonna bring that knee to tabletop. The other leg's gonna come up to meet it. This time we're gonna extend the right leg as we reach towards the left, and then we'll come back to our center. Reach and center. Good, for 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, we're gonna hold it here. We're gonna go back and forth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, bring it in. Give yourself a squeeze. And guess what? We have another side. So this time we're gonna go down to the right elbow. We're gonna press it into the floor, reach that left elbow up. We'll come back to our center. Good, exhale up and back down. Good, up for 3, supporting your neck. Exhale. Good, 2 more. And last one, good. We're gonna bring the right knee up. We're gonna reach left elbow to right knee and extend away from us. Reach and extend. Good, exhale. Good, for 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight leg, we're gonna keep going. Reach. 2, 3, exhaling. Remember to breathe. For 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. We're going to take that knee to tabletop. The other knee is going to come up to meet it. Of course, we're going to reach up the left leg this time. Reaching and center. 2 and center. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to hold it here. Go back and forth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it in. Draw some circles on the ceiling. Beautiful. Should feel good on your low back. And we're going to drop the heels towards the glutes. Alrighty, we're going to press our hands into the mat. You can bring your shoulders under a little bit to support you. I like for my heels to be about my hands width away from, or my hands length away from my glutes. So with bridging, there's a very specific way that we like to do it just to help your spine. So what I'd like for you to do is imagine that there's a jump rope under your back and you are lifting it up so someone can yank it out from under you. And so you'll feel that lift in your low back, right? So that's going to be our anterior tilt. And then I want you to try to smush it so that someone can't get it. And you'll feel your hips lift from the front. That's called a posterior tilt. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that posterior tilt and then go back to a neutral spine. So we're going to tilt and go back to a neutral spine. Good. For 3, just getting the feeling in. For 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now from here, as you tilt, I want you to lift up one vertebrae at a time like it's a string of pearls. And we're going to lift all the way up. I want you to squeeze through your glutes, press through your heels, and then I want you to shoot your knees away from you like they're reaching towards the top corner of your room. We have a long slope here with our body. And then we're going to roll ourselves down one vertebrae at a time, starting with the top all the way to the bottom. And then you're going to untuck the pelvis. So we're going to tuck and we're going to roll back up, squeeze your glutes. First one's always going to be a little bit slower so you can feel it. But we're going to do this 8 times. So we'll go up for 3, untuck, and tuck for 4. Remember to squeeze through your glutes. This is an exercise that your hamstrings are going to want to take. So if you start feeling it in your hamstrings, just remember to keep pushing it towards the glutes. And if that doesn't work, just take a little break and then regroup. Good, we're on our last one. Tuck and reach. Beautiful, and we'll lay it back down. All right, we're gonna go to one side. So I want you to dig into your right heel and your right glute as we lift. So we're gonna tuck the tailbone, we're gonna reach up again. We're digging into that right side. We're gonna take the left leg and you're going to tap down and lift. Tap and lift. As you reach down, I want you to lift your hips up a little bit higher. For 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight leg, down and lift. Down and lift. Same thing. As the leg goes down, we're going to reach through our hips. 6, 7, 8. We're gonna hold it up towards the ceiling. We're gonna draw little circles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna drop the hips down and then you're gonna press up with power. Down and press. Imagine like you're throwing a pencil into the ceiling, but that pencil is your foot. Good. Up for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring it down. Cross your right ankle over to your left knee. Pull it in. Give yourself a little stretch. We call this the figure 4 stretch. And then we'll go to the other side. All right, so this time we're gonna go into the left heel and the left glute. And we'll press those hands down, bring your shoulders under you, tuck that tailbone. We're gonna roll ourselves up. Right toe's gonna come up. We're gonna tap down and lift. Down and lift. Good, I want you to try to keep your hips level so one isn't sinking. For 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight leg. We're gonna go down and lift. Reaching through your hips. For 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna draw little circles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna drop the hips down. We're gonna press up with power. And press. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, bring it down. Left knee or left ankle's gonna cross over the right knee. Pull it in, take some deep breaths. Good. Alrighty, we're gonna roll ourselves up to sit. Take a big stretch up towards the ceiling. Good, and we're gonna come onto our side, but not full side, onto a knee side. So you can bring out whichever leg you'd like to. We're gonna do a full series on this side, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. Go ahead and grab some water if you haven't already. I think it's really hot in here.
It is.
It is. I'm gonna go change the air real quick. Ooh. Alrighty, we're gonna bring it to our side. So we just worked on our maximus, which is the big part of your booty, right where you feel it in the crease. So we're gonna go out to the side, start working on the medius, which is that nice side booty, which is really good for your hips, and it also protects your knees, which is awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach up towards the sky. Deep breath in here. I want you to feel the strength in this space in your core here as you bring the arms down. We're gonna reach up and over away from the leg and then come back up, pulling through that oblique. Down and lift, good. Down for 3, 4, 5, 6, nice long neck, shoulders down, last one. Good, all right, we're gonna take this hand down. I want you to try to keep your shoulder right above your wrist. And if you can, keep a slight bend in your elbow so we're not hyperextending through the arm. So the first thing we're gonna do to make sure our body is in alignment, so your hips aren't pointing forward or back, but they're right in line. We're gonna open up through the chest. We're gonna flex that outward foot. We're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower, good. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're gonna point the toe and we're gonna draw circles from the hip. Try not to move your hips, just the leg. Good, around for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna go back around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're gonna touch down in front of us. We're gonna go up through the center and touch back. Center, front, center, back. Good. Touch, touch, touch for 4, but don't touch your friend. For 6, and 7, and 8. Good, we're gonna reach up. You're gonna touch knee to elbow, and then we're gonna extend. Knee to elbow, extend. For 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, and then we're gonna take it down to our side. We're gonna go down onto our forearm. I want you to press into your hand, bring your elbow right under your shoulder. You can keep your knees bent here, or you can take it out to a long side plank. So you can either stack your feet sideways, or you can stack them right on top of each other. But I'm gonna stick with a bent knee for now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach that hand up towards the ceiling, and then I want you to dig and reach under your armpit, and we're gonna go back up. So we're lifting up the hips for 2, and 3, really pressing into that oblique. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, we're gonna take the hand behind the head. We're gonna round down and come back up. Round down and come back up. Good. Keeping the core strong, engaged. Good, this is 7 and 8. Good, we're gonna reach the hand up and over. Whoop. Don't fall, and then we're gonna drop the hips. So we're gonna lift up through the hips and then drop back down. Good, up for 3, whoop, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, we're gonna bring it down and we'll switch over to the other side. Turn the air on, so that should help. I don't like dying. Alrighty, we're gonna take the leg out to the side. All right, again, we're gonna reach up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath, feeling that strength in your core as we bring the arms down. Drop your shoulders. We're gonna reach up and over, back to your center. And center. Good, pulling through that outside oblique. Good, 2 more. Last one. Beautiful, we're gonna take that arm down. Slight bend in the elbow here. Keep that body in alignment, check your hips, make sure that they're in line with your spine, that your neck is nice and tall, and that you're lifting through your chest. We're gonna flex the foot. We're gonna come up and squeeze. Up and squeeze, nice and controlled. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, we're gonna point the toe. We're gonna draw circles from the hip. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna go back around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, we're gonna touch forward. We're gonna come up to the middle and then back. Still trying not to move your hips. Forward, middle, back. Forward, middle, back. Good. For 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. We're gonna reach that arm, reach that leg. We're gonna reach knee to elbow and extend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, and then we're gonna bring it down. All right, go ahead and stack your knees. Stack your elbow under your shoulder. We're gonna go ahead and lift. That arm's gonna go up. We're gonna tuck under the armpit and then back up. Like you're gonna swipe your armpit to see if you stink yet. Just kidding. Good, for 6, 7, 8. We're gonna take that hand behind our head, round it down and lift. Round and lift. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We're going to take that hand and we're going to reach up and over, and then you're going to drop your hips. I like to take a foot in front for a little bit more. Ooh, don't fall. For a little bit more air. Not too much air. 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. All right. We are going to bring heels together, or toes together, knees apart. Stretch your hands out in front of you. Deep breath in. You're going to exhale and melt to the floor. Good, and then we're gonna go over to the left. Deep breath. Melt to the floor. Over to the right. Good, stretching out through the sides that you just worked. Super important. And then we're about to go into one of my favorite things. So 2020, I'm claiming it the year of the Michelle Obama arms. And so we are gonna do arms. I'm really excited about it. So what we do in this class is we do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and it's all gonna be tricep pushes. So there's a bunch of different variations that we can do with that. So I will show you a couple. So one of them can be a Pilates push-up where you bring your elbows in and you press yourself back up. Another one can be your hands behind you and then bringing your triceps or bringing your elbows back down and then back up. So you're in like a 90-degree angle. But my favorite of all of them would be our wall push-ups. So these I'd like for you to do in a very specific way. So you're gonna take your hands about your eyebrow level. You're gonna step back up onto your tippy toes, and I want your whole body to be in alignment. So I don't want you doing this or doing this, but we're gonna stay nice and strong. You're gonna drop your elbows under your hands and then come right back up. So it's kind of like a plank with your body that we wanna keep the whole time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started in the studio. Find something that works best for you. And we're gonna do 8 rounds of this, so get ready. All right, y'all ready? All right, first round. Good, and then you can break. 10 seconds. All right, another option. Pulling your belly button to your spine. Good, and break. I wonder if it hurts yet for you. That's for some of us. Good, and then wall push-ups, I'll show you here. Good, and break. If your wrists are starting to hurt you, you can take them out to the side a little bit to take direct pressure off them. Make sure that you're bringing the elbows in towards your ribs and not out to the side. You can go out to the side, it's just a different muscle. We're trying to isolate the tricep. Get it, make sure your hips are in line with your spine. Good, and we'll break. Burning. We should play the Jonas Brothers for this one. Good, we'll come down and lift. Or if you're on the wall, you're not really going down. Good, and break. We're over halfway. Over it. Raise your hand if you're over it. We all are. All right, back at it. Good, and we'll break. We got 2 more. Back at it. You can switch it up if you'd like. You can stay in what you've been doing. Good, and break. We got 1 more. Make it count. Make it strong. Woo. Last one. Let's get it. Make them nice and strong. Make sure your shoulders are down your back, your belly button's pressed to your spine. We're almost done. Good, and bring your hands up. We're gonna pull the wrists. We're gonna go to the side. Center and switch. Don't listen to that. It's traumatic. Good, and we're gonna press an elbow. Good, go to the other side. And when you're ready, we're gonna go onto our belly. Alrighty, I want you to pull those legs behind you. stretch. And then we're gonna release one, pull one in. And then switch to the other side. Good, and we're gonna go back to both. You're gonna press your feet away from you. Lift up through your chest. And then I want you to flex your core and try to roll. You may have done this in one of my other classes. It's one of my favorites right now. So sorry if you hate it, because I love it. And we're gonna come back down. We're gonna reach the hands out in front of us. I want you to make sure that you're pointing through your toes and that you're pointing through your fingertips and that you're keeping your pelvis pulled up towards your rib cage. We're trying to keep the core engaged as we are doing these exercises. You will feel it in your back a little bit, and that's okay, but we do want to also press it into the core. So we're going to take your right hand and your left leg, and we're going to lift, press through your toes and your fingertips, and then we're going to switch. Breathing and switch. And switch. And switch. Good, and we're gonna keep going, still keeping your core strong. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Still breathing, shoulders down your back. And we're gonna go a little bit faster. And faster until you're swimming. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press your toes into the floor. Lift through your knees. We're going to press a ball away with our nose, creating space in the spine. And you're going to lift yourself up only as much as it feels natural to you. Drop your shoulders as you exhale. And then we're going to roll ourselves back down. Good, we're going to go again. Press. And back down. And again. And back down. Good. All right, so we're going to press back into all fours. And this is another one of my favorites that no one else likes. That's okay. Alrighty. So one thing I will say that I'm also very passionate about is in traditional fitness, it's easy for people to just say, keep going, keep going, keep going. But what actually is happening there is when you keep going and your body gets tired, it starts going into the old habits of pressing into the muscles that feel the most safe. So that could be your shoulders, that could be your back, that could be your hips. And so what we're trying to do is create a new habit with our bodies to help protect the spine and the hips and the rest of your body for longevity. So when we go into planks, what a lot of people are going to try to do is just go and go and go and go. And so what I'd like for you to do is kind of slow down, take notice of your body, where you're feeling it. And when you get tired or when you feel like going into some place that you don't want it to, just bring your knees down, take a little bit of a break, regain your strength, and then go back into it. Okay? So, first thing we're going to do is learn how to stack the body. So I like to take my thumbs facing away from me, like pointing away, so that we're not having direct pressure on the wrists. And then I also keep a slight bend in my elbows. That's helpful for me. You can see for yourself what feels best. And then we're gonna draw the shoulders down your back. I want you to lift through your belly button, so you're kind of like sandwiching your spine a little bit. So I want you to feel that strength. And then as you take a leg out, you're gonna keep your hips in line with your spine, and we're gonna hold it here. So the first one we're gonna do is knee taps, and then I'll kind of go along and instruct as we go. So 25 seconds for each. Take breaks when you need it. It's gonna count us down. Good, go ahead and step one foot out and the other. Slight bend in the elbows, and we're gonna tap. Good, next one, we're gonna Spider-Man. So you're gonna take your knee out to the side, center, out to the side, center. When you come back to the center, I want you to really find your hips to be in line with your spine. So you're not just moving to move. Everything is purposeful. Reach, center, check yourself out. Good, and then we're gonna take the knees up into the chest. I want you to pull your belly button in and then back out. Other leg, back down. Good, lifting up through your belly button. I want you to feel it like you're pressing a button to lift your leg into your chest. Good, take your time. All right, now we're gonna take both of the legs out to the side, as far out as you can. We're gonna take the right hand towards the left foot, and then we're gonna round down. You can do a little push up here if you'd like, and we'll go back, touch the toe. Same side, I didn't tell you. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Left hand, right foot. Good, check yourself out, make sure that you are in alignment. Beautiful. We got a strong class of women. And we are done. All right, go ahead and get into all fours. We're gonna do some breathing. So I want you to drop your belly towards the floor like you just ate a brick. Open up your chest. Try not to crunch your neck back, just make your neck nice and long. On the next exhale, you're gonna pull your belly button up towards the ceiling. Round through your shoulders. We call this flexion. So we're creating space in the spine. And as you drop your belly towards the floor, this is our extension, creating flexibility in the spine. Good, again, next exhale, you're gonna go back up. Good, and then we'll sit back. All right, we're gonna take some time to stretch. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Kick butt. Good job, guys. All right, legs are gonna go out to the side. All right, and we're gonna do nose to toe, so we're making sure that we don't crunch over the leg, that we're gliding towards it. Keeping your chin parallel to the floor. We're gonna take a deep breath in. Exhale, press into the stretch. Good, and again. Exhale. One more time. And we'll go to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale. Press. One more breath. Good, and then we're gonna come to our center. I want you to make sure that you're not rounding over, that you're Sitting up nice and tall on your sit bones. We're gonna reach up and over. Deep breath in. We're gonna press as we exhale. Good, one more deep breath. Reach a little bit further and sink into that stretch. Good, then we're gonna take our legs out to the side. Like it's in this nice little M shape. And we're gonna place the hands on an ankle and you're gonna reach up and over the oblique. A nice stretch. All throughout the side. Again, breathing. And then we're gonna take that hand down to the floor and then elbow, we're gonna reach up and over. Give yourself a high five. And then we're gonna come back up. All right, hands on the ankle, we're gonna reach up and over. Good, and then we're gonna come down, hand, elbow, reach up and over. Give yourself a high five. Good, all right, we're gonna bring a knee up in front, and I want you to make sure that your knee is right over the ankle, that it's not pressing forward in front of it. And so we're gonna take that back foot down and we're gonna open up, try to open up through the hip flexor here. You can keep your hands down here, or if you'd like to try to balance and press away from your knee, you can try to do that. And then we're gonna come down, we're gonna open up the hips. Bring it back down. You can either come inside the leg up here, or you can bring it down to your forearms. And then we're gonna come up, and I want you to take your outside elbow and you're gonna wrap it around, tuck it into your knee, so you'll get this nice twist through your body. And then you're gonna take your top hand to set that twist. Still breathing. Then you're gonna take your top hand, you're gonna bring it down next to your foot, and you're gonna reach up towards the ceiling. Good, and we'll bring it down. You're gonna dig your heel into the floor. We're gonna sit back, stretch out the hamstring and the calf. Good, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. So we'll bring that knee up, send your other knee back. Hopefully feeling that through your hip flexor. Press away if you'd like. Good, we're gonna take one hand down, we're gonna open up through the hips. Good, and then you can bring both forearms down if you'd like, or you can stay on your hands. Good, we're gonna come up, we're gonna take that outside elbow, twist it around your body. We're gonna take that other hand to set your twist. You can come up if you'd like to get out of the hip flexor. If you want to keep stretching though, you can keep pressing. We're gonna take that top hand, reach it down towards the foot. We're gonna come up, stretch, step Still breathing. And then we'll take it down. Dig that heel into the floor. Guys, feel your hamstrings? Hopefully. Good, and one more time, we're gonna go into our child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Stretch out, hands pressing away from you. Sitting back into your hips. Deep breath as you melt into the floor. Good, we'll go over to the left again. This time I want you to really feel it in your side, feel it in your low back as you breathe through the stretches. And then the other side. Good, all right. So the last thing we're gonna do today is a meditation practice. And I feel very passionately about bringing the mind and body together in health. So you can work on your body all day long, but if your mind isn't healthy, then that translates into your body. So what we do is we take time to focus on our breathing and then focus on where we are in the present, because our brain constantly is giving us these messages of this is what you have to do next and this is where you can be distracted. And so this gives us an opportunity to fight the system and be able to breathe and try to release those thoughts and just be present with your body. So we're gonna take just a little bit of time, and then this is the end of our class. I think it's super important, so I'd love you to be a part of it if you're at home. And then as you breathe, I want you to breathe in through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. If thoughts do creep into your mind, breathe it in and then try to exhale it away. And you can find any position on the mat that's comfortable for you. It can be sitting, it could be laying down. And then just bring your attention to the present. exhale. And we are done. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for joining. And we'll be posting